How's it going, guys? This is Victor, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy on Nintendo Switch. And I want to just be able to say to anyone who's been watching my Let's Play series this far, I really want to say thank you to whom has been watching throughout the episodes. I would definitely appreciate if you guys can give the algorithm a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. I feel like I've been kind of honing in the fun aspect of the game, and again, I just want to mention that this is my little way in this day and age where I can kind of express my little fun aspect here. So just right off the bat, just while I'm just talking here, I'm going to go ahead and focus a little bit more on the gameplay aspect. And let's just see here. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, kind of saving the bunny before he gets eaten. Okay. But yeah, while I kind of just talk about, talk and kind of play here, just want to mention to you guys is that I've been trying to find a way to kind of spend a little bit of my free time as well as a lot of other things that's going on, such as with business sense, and as well as what I would describe to be leisure. I would definitely describe playing games has kind of been a little bit of an aspect where I could play a little bit on the leisure sense. So this has kind of been fun to me to be able to have the ability to record, uh, play, and as well as experience these type of games. And if I'm putting them online, it is my intentions to my first hand's intentions is to do things that I have not done as much as I did in previous years. I always thought back that doing gameplay videos, because I can see I have posted back in 2020, which is when the pandemic actually kind of took place. And it seems like that was kind of the moment when I had a lot of free time. And as I had a lot of free time during that time, I thought, well, I have a computer and I could get myself a capture card, and I essentially have almost everything kind of set up, such as I actually, just to kind of even tell you guys, tell the video here, is that I actually first used the iMac. I think it was the 2017 model iMac to be able to use my first abilities of recording videos with a face cam. And the computer kind of was a little bit slow, but I made most of the use of it for sure. Definitely made a lot of use for it for its time. And then there was a certain aspect where I ended up using my phone as a camera, my smartphone. So I would use the iPhone. I would pretty much use the iPhone to be able to record videos. And, well, not record videos, but use the face cam. Use the face cam aspect of it. And it's worked out. I think it's worked out for me. Because one thing that I had technical issues at the time was when I was using the software OBS to be able to essentially record, the parts that caused it difficult was whenever I would be using face cam, the face cam would kind of freeze up whenever I would be recording gameplay videos. So I didn't uh, I ideally didn't want that to happen. So the solution that I had at the time was for me to be able to use a external device. So that external device would be the iPhone. Then once I came down to the moment of editing the videos, I would then take it to the video editing software and kind of time my reaction with the video. And yeah, that would be kind of like the remedy that I ended up doing here. So yeah, this was what I'm describing as a whole is kind of just things that happen. I keep dying, keep dying here. But kind of what I'm just describing has been some of the things that I've had, just had in the time, and I feel that they're just kind of my little ways of finding solutions. Furthermore, I was able to get myself a new machine and actually have a whole brand new setup from the ground up. Yeah, again from even the machine. So monitors, capture card is brand new. Since when I was when I uploaded well, yeah, when I uploaded a little bit more, because there's definitely kind of a gap from the 2021 time to 2025. I am not too sure how long I'm going to be having the ability for me to be able to record these type of videos, and especially within these amount of times. Oh gosh. I'm gonna see if I can just skip over and get to the next section here, guys. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so yeah, I ended up yeah, it didn't take me too long, guys, to be able to beat him and save the bunnies. But yeah, essentially, yeah, even from the camera, I ended up just getting. Oh yeah, and the microphone too. That's also, I think, another great milestone for me to be able to hit. So yeah, essentially, yeah, I have a whole new aspect where I'm able to do these videos, and it's just kind of been, I think, I would say that it's, let's just call it a opportunity, because I had never really thought about doing gameplay videos at all. It was just something that I kind of thought, well, when I was much younger, I would definitely like to play a lot of video games, spend a whole lot of time making, well, making time and spending time on playing video games. That would be kind of like the way that I think that I was kind of taught when I was young, because I started using my first ever console system was the GameCube, and when I was a child, I essentially, well, yeah, have a lot of memories as a child with playing games such as, whoop, give me just a moment here, gotta scratch. Yeah, playing Smash Brothers Melee, Luigi's Mansion, and mostly just kind of stick with like Mario games, truth be told. And then from there, I ended up getting the Wii, the Nintendo Wii, but very late in the generation. Yeah, very late in generation. And then I had the family member gifted us the Wii U, which is historically which is, yeah, in Nintendo's history, the least, well, yeah, the not as successful console that they've released over yeah, to the market. So, but it's still, I think, because I still have it. I still have the Wii console, but it's not been plugged in and whatnot. And then I actually yeah, the Nintendo Switch is actually the very first console that I have actually ever gotten. Yeah, that I've actually gotten on my own with my own funds, and I still remember to this day how that store. Yeah, the story of having your own console and buying it with your own money, I think it's a exciting opportunity because, well, let's just say that, yeah, these yeah, game consoles have never been, well, they're always known to be pretty expensive, and especially in these modern times, it's only a lot more, way more expensive than it is for the average consumer. Will say it's kind of a big investment to be able to have a console. And again, like as I mentioned, it is the first console that I ended up getting on my own. And I'll share the story. So I actually, I did not. Well, yeah, I actually rode a bike to a GameStop that's nearby, from where I live. And one thing that I found very surprising is that I took the bike. I took a bike to the GameStop, and when I took the bike over there was actually a guy. Well, yeah, I was just kind of with the bike. There would be a guy who actually stopped from the sidewalk, and yeah, well, he had a car, and he stopped me from the sidewalk, and he told me, hey, do you need a ride? And I actually don't think at the time that I was in fear that he was going to do anything bad. Um, but yeah, he actually asked me to see if I needed a ride, and I thought that it would be kind of nice. Yeah, that I thought it was kind of nice of him to be able to give me a ride. And yeah, so he ended up giving me a ride over to GameStop, which is kind of, I would say, a surprise because, yeah, I just kind of imagine Victor by himself with an area where it was kind of isolated. There isn't much, yeah, from where I am to getting to the closest GameStop, there isn't that much city. So it's mostly just kind of dry land. And that was kind of the case from that experience. Then I think that the GameStop ended up having a few systems, so it was definitely kind of great to have the system on hand that that GameStop had carried. Towards getting the console, then since the guy was no longer there, it actually later in the day it actually was raining, and I put the Nintendo Switch console in my backpack that I had. So I had a backpack too, and yeah. So it would be kind of, I would describe it to be a adventure. I would definitely describe it as an adventure to have the very first console be an interesting aspect where, yeah, there we go, to get. And yeah, this is kind of like my history that I have thus far with owning the Switch, and to this day I still have the Switch. Still have the Switch that I am essentially using to play this game. So that's kind of nice, and I think that it's definitely an amazing system because there's a lot of games that's available on the Nintendo Switch. Definitely a big library of games that is available. And I think it has such a diverse amount of, yeah, it definitely has a diverse amount of like choices. I'll have to say that, yeah, getting all the games, well, that I wanted to play, well, at the time, I think it was definitely I used it very well. Definitely will say that yeah, I've used the Switch for a great amount of purpose and invested in digital games. Ugh, okay, didn't mean to do a backflip. Okay. And alright, let's see if I can kind of catch up some speed. Alright, going back to the game. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this is, as far as the Let's Play goes, this, my commentary will definitely be a little bit more personal, I'll have to say, on this episode, just because there's a lot of things I've been feeling as of recently, and this video in specific is going to be my outlet to be able to just share a little bit about myself and express how I think I can for the meantime. There's a lot of ways that a lot of people express themselves in many different kind of formats, and these being the following: the podcast format, social media, influencers, content creators. These names that can be, well, labeled, especially in the online world, and to be able to yeah, kind of go based off of how they end up describing themselves to a kind of audience. And yeah, it's if I have if there's the algorithm or anything that I can point to is specifically, whether it be an algorithm, whether it be my charm that I typically get described from a lot of people who I talk to, my charm, my gentleness, or just being very pleasant to be with. I am gonna think a little bit on the happy sense to say that I would definitely be kind of make a little bit of use of my time and share an outlet, guys. I really mean it. Again, I really mean it in this video, to say that this is kind of uh, a way that I'm spending my time. Uh, it's not. I'm not from the time I'm recording this video. Uh, a lot of times, there's a lot of people who get focused on the from a financial sense, as far as getting monetized for these videos. And I think for the people who want to be able to kind of put themselves out like that, then that's totally fine. uh, I think they have something going on for them, definitely. And kudos for those people who have lived, uh, who have made their who have made their time to make a name for themselves. Uh, there's a lot of things that I think that as a society, as the timing kind of made it as a golden age for the people who are bloggers. Against I am gonna sound like a broken record, but the people who essentially, well, they have a digital presence. So the digital presence, I should say, was kind of how I think about it. Is um, the site has been through a lot of creators, channels that have had a lot of success in viewership, and aspects where if you think about it from a company aspect, well, yes, YouTube has had a lot of um, changes with its way of being ran, or just kind of how channels or the lifestyle has just essentially changed. I'm Fire Mario, by the way, so I have a new look. Um, and it's just, for me, as someone who kind of would put myself in the aspect of a viewer, it's definitely been very much quite a drastic change to see things that maybe one if you were in one time in a time of day, or in a moment where, in a time, depending on where you are in your life, if you're coming from school, if you're coming from work, or if you're coming from family, name where you're coming from. And sometimes it's saying, oh yeah, I remember checking you out, when it comes to the video aspect, I suppose. And for me, even the thing that I just had mentioned a few sentences ago, I think that it's just been just such a change, even for me. Uh, I want to be able to say that the type of videos that I'm putting out are kind of videos that I am kind of following on my own too. I haven't thus far really thought about comparing myself, and again, social media just naturally does this. It brings a heavy influence to go about the comparison aspect, and saying, yeah, this other content creator, or this also person who puts in the same amount, puts in the time, uses the same tools, if you will, to do the same thing that you're doing, playing the same game, and they're getting fed a lot more views than the other person, and the person who thinks to themselves, oh well, I'm also recording. Yeah, I'm also doing the same aspect, and let's just assume for a moment that uh, both of you guys have the same computer. Everything is the same, but it's just the person the person behind the camera is a little bit different. Oh, even also considering where the person is geographically, yeah, where they are geographically and how it stacks up, how the video stacks up in one area. A lot of data that just I would think at the time, oh, how is it that this person who is in one area on the planet Earth and I'm doing the same exact thing that they are, but I'm not. I'm just gonna have to say I'm not getting the views. I'm not. I want this. I wanted. I want to get the views. And putting myself in those shoes, I totally would. I mean, I totally would get it. Um, ooh, I totally would get it as far as that aspect, and there's a yeah for sure. I suppose again, well, I think that I'm recording these videos for fun. Would it be great if? Yes, I would. I do express the things that the YouTube video, well, that the things that YouTube says for anyone who wants to put themselves as a creator to do, such as again, I'll just say it again, like and subscribe to the channel. There's an algorithm that is behind that there, and it's kind of incentivized. Yeah, it's a little bit of a dopamine that just gets incentivizes for the other person to see. Oh yeah, wow. If we're doing good, then yeah. I think there was a study. There was a study from a few years ago, before the COVID pandemic, and I think that the number one things that I don't remember the article exactly, but it was essentially that teens at the time, they no longer think of having a career as a firefighter or a policeman to be their dream job, but their dream job is to be a YouTuber. And I think being a YouTuber, well, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, being a YouTuber is can be a lot of things. It's that someone who posts videos on the YouTube well, yeah, the YouTube website, and there's a ginormous platform that YouTube has. It is YouTube is not gonna go away any decade soon, and but I think what the when they say that, oh yeah, I want to be a YouTuber, the kid, well yeah, the teens are, I think that they're describing that they want to be well, they want the clout, they are seeking for the views, the likes, a lot of the things that they see that's very attractive and shiny. So yeah, I think that's what they are referring to when they say, yes, I want YouTube to be, well, YouTube is my dream career. So Yep, and ooh, all right. Let's kind of focus for just a moment. Okay, here we go. Again, going back to the aspect of fun, I think playing. Well, for me, I would say, and I would think that playing games is fun, and perhaps this year it's been an enjoyment for me to be able to play games again, because there's also a time when there are things in life that kind of always is always changing, and sometimes games can be seen as time wasters. Um, and I, when I say that, I am not saying that for anyone who, well, I suppose if there's a little bit of more financial incentive to play video games and make a name for themselves in that supportive aspect, then I think playing games is kind of a bonus for them. I think. I'm also gonna, now that I'm thinking about it, gonna think about a podcast that came to mind with Peter Kafka, where he had an interview with a Twitch streamer. So someone, and they go by Dr. Lupo, and this was in the time either in 2020 or 2021. So I think between those 2 years, and they were just having, Peter Kafka was having an interview just saying that how Dr. Lupo is essentially kind of a very successful um, gentleman. Yeah, definitely a very successful father who spent a lot of his time playing video games, and so I think, yeah, if I was younger, and even let's just think for a moment that I had all the equipment that is necessary for me to be able to stream and record games, then I would say, oh well, what the heck? I would think, well, I think it is very achievable, very accessible. Um, that's how I would think about it. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, now I do see now. Ooh. I see lava going down. There we go. And all right. Now a fire flower is in front of me. And I have to be doing something with the fire flower, I think. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Other life stories, just to kind of share about them here in this video specifically. I'm also at a point where I actually feel a little bit weird with how I'm doing when it comes to connections that I had or yeah that I had or connections that have shown that have been shown to me in ways, and it's just a lot of time that I've been able to spend on my own, just to kind of reflect and just think about just to think about myself, I suppose. Yeah, just to. And I um, am kind of thinking, well, yes, I do have goals. Some of those goals do require, well, uh, planning. They require planning. They require a, a form of, uh, let's just be real for a moment. Yeah, financial support. So there's that. And I think it's just how it keeps major uh, major big guys going. All right, yeah, major big guys going, and I those are just kind of the words I'm thinking of as of right now. Um, I'm just thinking on the spot. So, yeah. Oof. Please don't die. Please don't die. Okay. All right. I'm surfing along. All right, I'm doing chill, guys. All right. It's chill indeed. Well, nice. All right. I am gonna conclude the video, guys. Here, I know that this video's commentary has been a little bit different than my other Let's Play videos. I just am currently at the time, and I had a particular event that I recently had experienced that had made me think about what I've been talking about in this video, and I'm happy to share. If I'm going to share it, I suppose it'll be shared in one format out there. With that being said, guys, I want to say uh, thanks, and Victor will see you until next time.